pregnant. I'm officially primary custodian of the kids. What about the child support? That's it? Tony, that's crazy. Why? Are you kidding me? That all of this financial burden with my children is on me?
What?
This is not fair.
How beautiful is the Calma? Welcome to the wall. Today I bring you several divorce cases. I want you to analyze the reasons why a woman leaves a man, as A Man to Date teaches us what to do when a woman asks for a divorce. Before we begin, brothers, we strive to bring you the best possible content for your entertainment. Support us with something small like subscribing to the channel or liking the video. Leave your comment with your experience on the topic. This helps the channel reach the majority of men who may need this content and your experiences. So without further ado, let's start.
So I thought I'd talk for just a minute about this divorce that I'm going through, because I'm sure just like I found some relatable advice through here, other people might relate to me. So I was married for 10 years. I got married young. I was 21, barely, like 3 days, 21. Already had a baby. He was 8 weeks old at our wedding. And I remember feeling like my marriage was temporary from the beginning. Like that I wasn't gonna make it. And I didn't know what that feeling was. I just thought it was cold feet, but it kind of manifested itself for the next 10 years. And here we are 10 years later going through a divorce. So he didn't really start this process. I guess it was more so me, because I was always looking for someone else because I didn't know how to be loved or how to accept love from somebody. And so while he was fighting for me, I was pushing him away. But I never truly accepted happiness. I left the good guy. I left the guy that everybody looks at and is like, that's a dad, that's a husband, that's how it's supposed to be. He did the dishes, he cleaned the house, he took the kids to school, he worked all day, he made good money, he supported us. I mean, yeah, we had our problems, but he was the good guy. So I'm here to tell you, it's okay to leave the good guy. Don't stay because he's the good guy. Leave because he's not the guy for you. Leave because you have to be happy. Because if you don't feel in love, then who cares if he's the good guy? And that is a harsh reality that I'm facing right now, and a lot of scrutiny from a lot of people. But it's okay to leave the good guy. I hope that helps you, because nobody has looked me dead in the eye and say it's okay to leave the good guy.
If your husband is a good guy, but you're ready for divorce, you're not a bad person. So don't let...
Where did all the good men go? If you're not happy in your marriage, just get a divorce. And then go find someone new so you can enjoy some more temporary happiness. Like, this has got to be the worst advice I've ever seen on the internet. Like, I thought marriage was a commitment, for better or worse. Nah, it's just when you're not happy, leave. Go find someone else. But guess what? Your second marriage and your third marriage, by the data, says it doesn't get easier. Actually, your chances of divorce go up. Because you develop a mindset, oh, well, if I'm not happy, we're not talking about abuse or cheating, but if I'm not happy, I'm leaving. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with being miserable the rest of your life. But hey, that's what people do, right? That's what we do in 2023. Why even say vows? Because obviously they mean nothing, right? Like I said in the beginning, where did all the good men go? Where did all the good women go? Do better. Facts.
Brothers, on the wedding day, I've always said there's only one person getting married for love, and it's the man. The woman gets married for a lifestyle. This woman got married young, probably with a beta provider, not because she had a genuine interest in him, simply for his resources. Like any good beta man, he treated her like a queen, yet she still left him because, of course, she deserves to be happy. But you might wonder why she left the good guy, the nice guy. Simply because this man never generated a roller coaster of emotions for her. He wasn't a Chad who caused her anguish, absence, and uncertainty. As I've said before, these are your best allies. This is what this man didn't do. He never created drama for her. He only did everything to keep her happy. We all know that a woman is loyal to her emotions, which are the strongest emotions: anger, bad times. So, since this man didn't let her have drama, this woman didn't cling to him. On the contrary, as she says, I distanced myself, of course, because the guy became more anxious to get his woman back. He kept giving and giving more of himself, while what she wanted was drama, instability, for this man to leave her thinking that she could lose him at any moment. A man should never let the woman feel secure within the relationship. The moment you provide comfort to a woman, she'll think she can do whatever she wants and you won't leave. This is the worst thing that can happen to you. Now she'll go for a Chad who messes with her head. But you know what? She'll love him. She'll give him everything because he brings her anguish, absence, and uncertainty.
The ongoing divorce trend is proving that many women are leaving marriages without second thought. This is what is leading to many of them regretting their decisions. It's all about feelings and happiness, but not the vows themselves.
Hi, my very first video. My name's Kirsten. I'm 53 and I am in a big mess because I am moving out of my house that I've been with my husband for more than 30 years. I'm 53. I know I look 53, but that's what I am. I'm also hugely overweight because I've been miserable for so long that all I do for pleasure is have a glass of wine or have some nice food because I don't have any happiness with my husband. I got an apartment. I got a job. So I'm going to move into that apartment. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. And I have 3 daughters, but they're older. So they can come and I'll sleep on the couch. But I didn't know what else to do. That's all I can afford where I am. But I did get the apartment under my own credit. I cry a lot. I'm going to try not to. But I wonder if there's any women out there like me. At my age, I'm not expecting to be here, but being here. And I'm doing this all by myself. I haven't told my husband or my children yet. I don't know how. I think I'm just going to move in slowly, and then I'll have a place to go for when things get bad. This time I went out and I got that apartment and I got a lawyer. And it's just so scary, and it just feels like the end of everything I've ever known. I've never lived alone in my life. Well, I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. And it rained all day yesterday when I moved. I went to bed at 6 o'clock at night. I had a bath in my new bathtub. And you know what? It was hard, and I had a breakdown, and the movers were watching and felt sorry for me, and they were hugging me when they left and saying they were sad.
Brothers, she wants me to pity her. Women leave their homes without a plan, only with the thought that everything will be fine because they are the victims and God and society will reward them for divorcing. But this dream ends when you have to face the reality that now she'll be a poor woman who has to fend for herself, that no one will pay her expenses. She makes a big drama simply for having to live like a functioning adult. This video consists of more parts, so this is just the first, but we can already see from the beginning that she's playing the victim card. Later, she'll surely blame everything on her husband for not making her happy all the time because, brothers, she deserves to be happy.
that I was sad and, you know, whoops. But today I woke up and you know what? I felt free. I felt so excited for the first time in years, just like a weight had been lifted off me. And I feel amazing. I'm so excited. My place is a mess. I haven't unpacked everything because, of course, you can't. And it's so small. There's nowhere. Like, I have to organize like crazy. But I feel really grateful. Yeah, it's amazing. I feel like a different person already. I feel like I can do whatever I want, and I'm not responsible for anybody anymore but me.
A few moments later.
So, the last few days have been super traumatizing for me. My own fault. It's always my fault. But anyway, I didn't know. Well, I guess I did know, but that I would have this really strong reaction physically, trauma reaction to finding out that my estranged husband has been having a new relationship. Now, I'm not saying that he shouldn't. We've been separated for a year, but we see each other a lot and we spend time as a family together a lot. And I had asked him many times, are you seeing somebody? And he said, no. I kept saying no. And then he'd take me to dinner and we'd have a nice chat. And I have a boyfriend that I've been seeing. So it's not like I think he shouldn't. Don't get me wrong. This isn't about that. But what happened was because he didn't tell me, I felt safe around him still, like in the way that he still loved me. So he invited me to go on a trip with him and the girls, and I said yes. He bought this big boat for his business, and so we went and got on this boat. But I said yes because I didn't want, you have this feeling when you first get separated that you can't imagine your husband and your children having a great time without you or with a new woman. And I was like, okay, I don't know whether I should go or not. Like, I don't want him to think something. And but then my daughter said, well, he's not going to ask you again, so you should come. And I don't know why she said that, but I do now. So I went. And then when I was there, I found out, because he kept texting, and I just was like, what's going on? And anyway, I found out through some very horrific texts, my fault, that not only was he having a relationship, but they're totally involved in saying, I love you and blah, blah, blah.
My God, how narcissistic can a woman get? Let's break it down. You have a boyfriend, you left your husband, and then you record how happy you are in your new apartment, all excited about not having to take care of anyone else. Of course, now you don't have to help your ex-husband with anything. You go off with another man who only uses you for the moment, but then you go to your ex-husband's house to live out your fantasy of being a happy wife with your family, even though it's been a year since you left him. But you're angry and traumatized to see that the guy isn't miserable or dying of love for you, because you wanted him to be miserable. But your ex-husband moved on. I'm sure what hurts you the most is that he's with a younger, more beautiful woman than you. Now you see him happy, and you're scared because his new girlfriend will enjoy the benefits that you had when you were his wife. Surely that man will now spend his money on his new love, live his life. That fills you with hate because you're alone in an apartment, while he's not miserable. But now you're miserable because of him. Now your I deserve to be happy isn't working out because you don't have your ex-husband as a simp behind you. My God, if I didn't see it, I wouldn't believe it. How narcissistic is this woman? But let's continue because there's more.
And I had this physical trauma. Like, I went off the fucking rails. It was terrible. And I was physically ill. And there's a link. They did a study at Johns Hopkins. It's called stress cardiomyopathy, which happens, and it's also called broken heart syndrome, and nobody really takes offense to that because it's what it is. And there's also studies of people that die 88 minutes apart, like the couple in Pennsylvania in 2012. They'd been together their whole lives, 57 years or something, and they died at 88 minutes apart because they just couldn't live without the other person. And I think the hard part is that because I'd been with him for so long, since I was 18, for him to be in a relationship where he is in one and you can't figure it out in your mind. And then it felt like he had died. And I kept getting this sick feeling like he was gone and dead. And I almost wished he was dead because it was so shitty of him not to tell me. I almost wished he was dead because it was so shitty of him not to tell me.
Did he really have to tell you about his dating life? He no longer owes you any explanation.
And take me out there so that I'm trapped on a boat with him and his girlfriend on the phone. And then I find out she's at his house and it's like everything in that house is mine, like that we got when we were married. And that she's been sleeping there. I had no idea. None.
Once again, it's honestly none of your business. You have a boyfriend. That should be your only concern now.
And I just feel like that was a bad way for me to find out. I wish I'd had more gradual way to get to it because I felt humiliated, embarrassed, stupid, old, ugly, because I think she's like 30 and like typical, right? And I honestly, I've been in shock for 4 days. And he's like, well, get over it. You do it. And it's like, you have no, what? This is traumatizing. And I just acted so badly. And
You've heard it all here. It's not that she hurts from losing him. She hurts because he replaced her with a younger, more beautiful woman. She's 53, and the new girlfriend is 30. That guy plays to win, and I'm proud. Of course, it's not her business who he's in a relationship with. Now she's playing the victim because he did the same thing to her. It's easy for her to say that she was with him to make the family happy when he knows she has a new boyfriend who beats her all night, her new Chad. Oh, if he had complained, you would have told him, we're divorced, you don't get to tell me how to live my life. But now that he's doing it, oh, she's traumatized. Oh, she has a broken heart syndrome. Oh, she's in our house of 18 years. Oh, I've hit the wall, and the wall doesn't forgive. That's a man who showed you that there are better people out there. He replaced you with someone younger and prettier. Now you're living your life around him, carrying on, crying on the internet about how he could do this to you, how he's with another woman. When I broke up with him, I slept with my new boyfriend. You were supposed to be my simp, my miserable ex-husband who I always used as a puppet, or my backup plan when I got tired of going out with other men. I wanted to go back to my old life. But let's keep watching this narcissist.
did all the things you're not supposed to do. And I have blocked him and I'm not, he's like, let's be friends. I'm like, I'm gonna be fucking friends with you. Not now. Not right now. And then I find out, I'm like, did she come here with you when you were looking at this boat? No. Well, of course she was there for 3 weeks. They spent like 20 grand there, at least, when he couldn't give me any spousal support. Which, talk about red flags. Like, these were from the minute I met him. And I just loved him so much and didn't think anything. Like, I can't see my relationship from the outside. Anybody else can see it and say to me, are you crazy? You've been on this horrific, traumatic roller coaster since you met the guy. Everything's a crisis. Everything's a financial shenanigan. Everything's a trauma. It's turned into this cycle of trauma over and over and over and over. And both of us get this huge dopamine rush from the trauma. And then we go back for more. And he doesn't know how to live without the trauma because he does it all the time for business, for everything. And I'm just, I think he likes her. I don't know, but it's somebody for him right now. And I'm glad that he has someone. I'm not trying to take that from him. And he's not a bad man, but it was a bad, bad thing for me. And I'm coming out of it now, but it's like it brought everything to the front. Like,
all the memories and everything that he used to do for me, he's now doing for someone else. And this is fine. It's normal, but it's not normal. But I think I hadn't really faced that yet or thought that he would, because I'm ridiculous. But, you know, we always put things aside, don't we? I'm doing okay, but I wish I didn't have to go through this.
This is what I call an alpha widow. This woman left this man, who seems to have been well off. Of course, she had it good with him. You could see it at the beginning, happy as can be, talking about how glad she was to leave him, that she had her own apartment. Probably bought with the money she took in the divorce. To top it off, she found herself a new boyfriend. Now she cries over the life she had because they separate, thinking everything will stay the same, that she can go around with as many men as she wants while her ex-husband will be alone, miserable, waiting for her to reconsider. But revenge is a dish best served cold. The man sailed away on his boat with his new girlfriend. That got to her. It made her angry. It enraged her. Seeing him spending money with the new one. She even knows how much, 20 grand, with his new 30-year-old girl, this guy in his 50s. The old woman must have been boiling with rage. Damn, that man's satisfied face must have been a sight to behold. Brothers, learn from this man. He clearly has a business mindset. He didn't divorce her. He didn't leave her. She did. But he didn't cry over his losses. He worked on himself. He found himself someone younger. This wretch is asking for $20,000 in alimony to go spend it with her new boyfriend, an abuser. Get a job. Let the new boyfriend support you. Now you'll see the new woman living the life she had, going to the places he used to take you, because as you said, he was a good man. Brothers, karma is wonderful. In the end, she left him seeking her happiness. But what she ended up doing is making her ex-husband happy. How I love happy endings. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think of the woman who says to leave the good man? What do you think was missing in the relationship? What do you think of what that man did to the 53-year-old woman? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.